Hello, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. I just finished up with a final this morning. Luckily, it went pretty well, so I am happy about it, but I am pretty exhausted. So I did have to stop on my way home and grab a coffee. I got an iced peppermint mocha. I'm normally a hot peppermint mocha type of person, but I was just feeling the iced coffee today. Now I want to tell you a little bit about the holiday movie marathon that I'm doing this month, so let's get into that. All right, I brought my computer down here and I just finished up uploading today's Vlogmas video. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it in the cards, but I'm doing a video every other day in the month of December leading up until Christmas, and it's gonna be 12 videos in total. I'm super excited. It's been super fun so far. I'm just over halfway there. So if you're interested in seeing that, I'll make sure to link it and you can check those videos out too. Now I want to go over my Christmas movie marathon, which is something else fun that I'm doing this month. My family and I are trying to watch this whole list of movies before Christmas time. It's a huge list. There's a ton to get through, but we really love Christmas movies, so we're excited to do it. Plus, when I'm on break from school, I'll just want to lounge around and watch movies all day. So it's kind of the perfect activity. I've got a whole list, the classics that we watch every year, some new ones that we haven't seen, either because they're new this year or just somehow we've missed them. So I want to share the list with you in case you're looking for some holiday movie inspo. This is going to be a long list. I'll have to actually count up how many movies it is total because I have a ton of suggestions for you. Okay, first up, I'm calling these the greats. These are the classics that we watch every single year. They're classics either because they're oldies but goodies or they're new and have just risen to the top of the list. I'm going to start with the ones that we've already watched this year. So already we've seen The Santa Claus 1, 2, and 3, some of my favorites. Elf, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version, The Grinch, the Benedict Cumberbatch version, and then Spirited. This one is on Apple TV. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. We love this movie. We saw it for the first time last year. It's a Christmas Carol story with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, but there's a good little twist. I won't spoil anything, but I highly recommend it. If you have Apple TV, you should totally go watch it. It's super cute, super fun. Now for the greats that we haven't watched yet, but we're definitely going to. Home Alone 1 and 2 are the best ones. Fred Claus, another fantastic movie. If you don't watch Fred Claus every single year, you have to add it to your list. Muppets: A Christmas Carol and Disney's A Christmas Carol. Polar Express, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original animated version. Noel: A Christmas Story. Christmas with the Cranks or Skipping Christmas. I think the movie The movie is Christmas with the Cranks and the book is Skipping Christmas. I recommend the book and the movie, so both. A Charlie Brown Christmas, Arthur Christmas, that's another adorable one. It's an animated movie that's super cute. If you don't have that on your list, you can add that one too. Prep and Landing, another cute animated, I think it's actually a short and there's a whole little series of them. Candy Cane Lane, we watched that one last year and I wanted to give it a rewatch, so I added it to the list. We'll see if it stays. I did like it last year, but I need to know if it's going to become one of the every year type of movies. The Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas Special, one of my dad's favorites. The Nightmare Before Christmas, one of my sister's favorites. The Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, and then National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And I have to wonder, if my dad doesn't make my family sit down and watch this, I have to wonder if we're even really celebrating Christmas. Okay, these next ones are ones that I've never seen, but I want to try and watch if we have time because I think they could be really good. First is A Christmas Story 2. I know this came out last year or the year before, but we never got around to seeing it, so I do want to see it this year. The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. My mom and I loved this book, so I'm so excited that it's going to be a movie, and I'm very excited to watch it. I missed it in the theaters near me, so hopefully it's on streaming soon. Love Actually. I know it's a classic, but I've never actually seen it, so I need to get on that. Let It Snow. I just read the book that's by 3 different authors, including John Green, and I enjoyed it. It was cute, so I feel like I should watch the movie. Four Christmases. Like I said, Fred Claus, which is a Vince Vaughn Christmas movie, is one of my favorite movies, so I feel like I need to see Four Christmases because I also love Reese Witherspoon. Deck the Halls, Red One. I've heard mixed reviews, but my family loves a cheesy Christmas movie, so I feel like we could be the exact target audience for this one. And then The Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2. These are apparently really fantastic, and I had never even heard of them until I was looking up Christmas movies to make sure I didn't miss any this year, so I'm very excited to watch those too. Okay, and then I have ones that didn't necessarily make the cut for my family, but you might enjoy, so I wanted to include them anyway. Plus, we have them as backup if somehow we make it through this whole list and we need more to watch. First is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Then there's The Princess Switch 1, 2, and 3. Jingle Jangle, It's a Wonderful Life. Klaus, Die Hard, Scrooged with Bill Murray, Eloise at Christmas time, and then Last Christmas. Okay, you'll have to let me know if I'm missing anything. I want a full list of all the good Christmas movies, so if you know one that I'm missing, definitely let me know, and let me know what your favorite from this list or from anything else is. I love hearing people's favorite Christmas movies. That's one of my favorite fun facts about people to know, so let me know yours down in the comments below. Hi again. So I'm back at my desk for like the millionth time this Vlogmas, and that's because for me, December is not only the holiday season, but it's also my final season for school. And I know for so many other people too, this is a really busy time, wrapping up work for the year, getting things done in their home life and family life. So I was thinking a lot about sort of how I stay productive and how I'm able to balance those holiday fun activities, spending time with family and friends, but also staying productive, getting my tasks done, and making sure that I can get my school and work done and out of the way so that I can relax and celebrate the holidays. So I'm going to share some of my top tips for productivity during this time of the year, but I'd also love to hear from you. How are you balancing it all during Vlogmas or during the holidays? So I'd really like to know sort of your tips, what you do to keep yourself motivated to finish up work at this time of year, and hopefully I can implement some of that too, because I'm definitely not perfect. I feel like I've throughout my life gotten a pretty good balance, but I know there's always things that I could improve on. So if you have ideas for me, definitely let me know. Okay, my first tip is to set very clear and realistic goals. So everything to do during the holidays can get really overwhelming really quickly, so you can break things down into manageable chunks with goals. You can use a planner or a digital app. I like to write down all of my tasks in different chunks and then use the calendar on my computer to plan out when I'm going to do different things. It's also a little bit cheesy, but I'm sure you've heard of SMART goals before. They're specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-based. It is a funny acronym that I know we teach young kids to teach them how to set goals, but honestly, it's because it works. Make sure that your goals fit all of these criteria. You give yourself a deadline to get things done by. That can really help motivate you and give you a clear sense of your schedule. Okay, my second tip is to prioritize tasks. I feel like this is easier said than done, and maybe this is just an issue for me, but I definitely fall into the habit of feeling like some tasks in my personal life that could definitely be put off are as high priority as some of my school tasks. So if you're doing this too with some of your work tasks or with other tasks that you might have, this could help you fit that a little bit better. The way I like to do this is just make a note either on paper or in like the notes app on my phone and do 3 different categories. First is urgent. I absolutely need to do these as soon as possible, if not literally today, or they were already due. So that's my very top priority. Then I have a section that is must do, due soon, coming up, as soon as possible, that type of thing. And these are all the things that I know are quickly approaching, are going to have hard due dates, or are going to take a long time to work on, just sort of the next things I want on my priority list. And then really what I think is most helpful is having a I would like to do section. So this section is really just a list of things that I want to make sure I have written down so that I can make sure I get to the task at some point, but it doesn't necessarily need to happen right now today. Breaking things down in this priority structure helps me realize how much work I have at any given time and helps me plan how to get all of this done as well. My next tip is to break your work into bite-sized pieces. So there's a few different ways that you can do this. My preferred way is really using a blocking schedule. So I will set a big chunk of time to work on some overarching tasks. So that might be specifically a class. I'll set aside multiple hours to work on everything I need to do for one of my classes. And then I'll make a list for during that time, all of the little things that I need to get done during that period so that I have a list of smaller tasks and time to focus on all of those different tasks. Another really popular way of doing this that isn't my favorite, but I know this works for a ton of people, is something like the Pomodoro technique, where you set a timer for like 20 minutes. You work for that amount of time, and you set a short timer for a break. You repeat that 3 times, and then you take a longer break at that point. Whatever works best for you, being able to break your time up into smaller chunks or your tasks up into smaller chunks will help everything feel less monotonous when you're excited to get to the fun and festivities of the season. My fourth tip is don't doubt the power of a routine. So whether you're a morning person or not, having a solid routine to get you started on the day can really set you off on the right foot. If you're doing this at 5 a.m., more power to you. And if you're more of a 10 a.m. wake up kind of person, that's perfect too. Just doing the same thing every day can help you feel prepared and ready to tackle whatever it is you have left to do on your list. The same goes for a nighttime routine. Making sure you give yourself ample time to wind down and get ready for bed will help make sure you get some solid rest and relaxation before getting back to it the next day. You can apply this throughout your day too, with time blocking to make sure you're doing similar things at similar times so you feel used to it, or making sure you're mixing things up so things don't feel too monotonous. Whatever works best for you, using the power of a routine to your advantage can definitely help you during this busy holiday season. And then last but not least, make sure to give yourself plenty of grace. The holidays are meant to be enjoyed, so if you miss a task or fall behind, do what you can to catch back up, but remember that perfectionism is definitely the thief of joy in this situation. It can really cause a fun, enjoyable season of life to go south quickly. I try to focus on progress over perfection during this period. So I'm not normally a huge journaler. I don't do a lot of reflecting on gratitude or anything like that, but this season is definitely one where I like to take a moment every single night to think about what I did accomplish during the day and how proud I am, and think about the exciting times ahead, what I'm preparing for, why I'm putting in all of this work to be prepared to have a fun holiday season. I also make sure to schedule time for myself. I'm lucky that this looks like a couple of hours every night after I get ready for bed to relax, unwind, read a book, watch a movie. Make sure that I'm taking care of myself while I'm working hard throughout the day. If you have less time too, even 5 minutes of taking a mental break can really take a load off your shoulders and help you refocus and re-energize. Hopefully some of those tips were a little bit helpful. I'm wishing you all so well in winding down whatever it is you're working on this year. I hope you're able to have a restful and enjoyable holiday, whether that's a break for you or not. I hope you're able to have a little bit of the joy that is so classic for this season. Thank you all for joining me on the 7th day of Vlogmas. I hope you enjoyed today's activities and information. I have some fun videos coming up. I'm going to Disneyland for my birthday, and then I'll be traveling for the holidays, so I have some travel videos coming out too. If you're interested in seeing those, make sure that you subscribe down below so you can be notified the next time that I post. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!